All right, JB, it's been a really, really winding road for you to get to Milwaukee, and you're healthy, and the slider looks good. So let's just start there. The slider looked great on Sunday in Scottsdale. What are you trying to accomplish with that pitch right now in spring training?
So we had talked about last year in the offseason just kind of throwing it for strikes more often. So that's just been the main focus this year. We kind of made a couple of mechanical adjustments, Jim and Hooky, and just getting to kind of clean those things up. But for the most part, it's just been trying to keep it on plate more. Last year, I don't feel like I did a great job doing that. So I think this year, that's been a big emphasis, whether it gets hit or not, just like being over the plate more. It's going to hopefully be more beneficial, get more swing decisions, that type of thing. So just been really focusing on that. So.
Are we still rolling with just sinker slider? Are we trying to throw any wrinkles right now in spring training?
I have the changeup kind of have played around with in the past. I just didn't have a lot of confidence in it, didn't throw it for strikes that often. It's still there, I guess, kind of mess with it, but I haven't been using it. So yeah, for the most part, it's been sinker slider.
From this time last year to now, how does the body feel health-wise, and obviously what you went through during the season? You did make a couple appearances with the Brew Crew, and then had to figure out, okay, do I finally have a healthy offseason? Take us through this process in the last calendar year.
I feel like unfortunately I have had the injury bug for a lot of my career. Again, this staff here has been great, helping me kind of get back on the field and do things to stay on the field. That's been a big priority this year coming into camp as well, with having that finger thing at the end of the year. Just trying to do everything I can to stay on the field this year. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a good spot. Body's feeling really good. I'm really happy with where I'm at physically. So yeah, just going to try and keep the ball rolling with that.
Part of your story with this team and how you fit in with the club is that you were granted a fourth option. Folks maybe aren't super familiar with how that works and how excited were you to actually get that approved and be able to be someone that can go back and forth, and why some people will be confused, like, wait, you're okay with going to Nashville?
Yeah, I think it definitely can go both ways. Guys sometimes can be like, okay, well, I'm out of options now. I have to either be in the big leagues or you get that unfortunate call that we're not going to keep you. So having that flexibility, I think, just for me as a player, just lets me feel like there can be a little bit of room for error at times, and being able to go down and up. I think it just provides flexibility for everybody. So I look at it as an opportunity, just another opportunity to make a case to help the team as much as I can. And the staff in Nashville and the guys in Nashville are great. So it's, not a bad spot to go and, play there as well. So, yeah, overall I feel good about it. I think some guys might look at it like it could be a bad thing, but I don't view it that way. I just view it as, another opportunity to, make my case to, try and help the big league team.
So let's talk a little bit about your journey. We go back to 2019 and Double-A together in the Astros, the team that originally drafted you. Then you're in a blockbuster trade for Zach Greinke, and since then it's kind of been all over the place. So now that you finally kind of have a chance to put your feet down here in Milwaukee, take us through what these last 4 or 5 years have been like.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of has that ideal situation of like, okay, this is the team that drafted me, and it's like a perfect linear line to the big leagues, and I think in a lot of cases it's not that way, especially for myself, whether it's trade, injury, whatever the case may be, DFAs. Yeah, it's always going to be different than you think. There's always a plan, in place, and just kind of going with it, just trying to be ready every day and wherever that may be. But yeah, it has been a long journey. And, I've been really happy with my time here with the Brewers. So, just looking forward to a good 2024. So.
Help all the Brewers fans pronounce your last name for them here on the radio so they can finally figure out how to say it.
It's pronounced Bukauskas. But I do know that it is a mouthful, and that's kind of why I go by JB. And I'm sure there are other nicknames floating around, but JB is simplifies it.
Pretty easy to get that one. And finally, is UNC going to win it all this year? Finally, you guys going to get it done?
Oh, yeah. Let's go Tar Heels.
Fantastic. Thanks for the time, JB. Best of luck.
Appreciate it.